Doot, 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 doot. Ta-da! All right. Testing, testing. How's my bit rate? Bit rate's looking pretty good, especially since I bumped it back down to 720. Must have ran an update and it decided to, OBS decided to go at 1080p, and with my limited rural bandwidth, that's not super great. Let's straighten the model back out here. There we go. I need to adjust the placement of my hand tracking here. It's a little, it likes to flip out a little bit because it's just the right distance that sometimes it thinks it's over here or, through me somehow. I need to look up to see if there's a way to have collisions so I'm not doing this. I know it can be done, but I don't know if I can do that with VC Face or if I have to use my own custom Unity solution, which I do want to eventually make anyways. Okay, let's pop out chat here so I can actually see everybody. There we go. And are we here? Are we indeed live? Yes. Oh, I don't have the music playing. That's why it's like, why does it feel like we're not live? Oops. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. All right. So today, let's see. Was that 1 week ago or 2 weeks ago? We were working on this here mug and then the power went out. I don't quite remember if it was which one it was because yeah, power went out and had to cut the stream quite short. It was unfortunate. But we are here now. Rockin' soundtrack. Let me know if it's as always, let me know if it's too large of a music. Yes. Okay, let's see. We were gonna take this guy and just export him. So I believe we can just export them and throw them right into VC Face as a prop. I'm going to try it anyways. Let's see what the software says it wants for props. Oh, that's unfortunate. It looks like, oops. It looks like for props we can only add images. Well, really? Bummer. So I might actually need to add this in when I export my model then. I'm gonna have to do a quick Google search. I just put a little foil on my plans. Search with me. Let's see. Adding 3D props in VC Face. Image props. Oh, bummer. Okay. So apparently I can add them when I want to export my model again. Or let's see. Or I can try out a different software like Vignon or Warudo. And then I can add in the 3D props because those are more set up for it. I mean, VC Face it's a little older, but it does a great job at what it does. I mean, here we are. No green screen. This is a transparent capture. Works out pretty good. And doesn't use a whole lot of overhead, especially for my model, because my model is pretty low poly, actually. I think without the alternate outfit, sitting right around like 1200 polys. So that's pretty pretty lightweight on my graphics card, actually. What are we using for GPU? We are using 32%, which is not bad considering I'm using it to also process the stream on the way out. Now, I don't have anything intensive in Maya here. Actually, let's see if we can spike it a little bit. So, the Rusty project, the first stage of it was going to be intentionally low resource intensive, because when I started, let's just see if we can run this around. Oh, it's actually taking less power. That's funny. I'm at 27% now. I'm doing more for less. What a bargain. But no, the Rusty project was originally going to run on a much older computer before it decided to pop its power supply. Now that computer is sitting across the room. It needs a new power supply still. But in the meantime, I decided, you know what? That computer is 12 years old. I could use an upgrade. So I did a little side work and pinched my pennies and found good deals and built this one. Not the heftiest, but plenty hefty for what I want to accomplish with it. And if I need more, I can always upgrade because I built it. So it's not all wedged in there in a pre-configured way. Yeah, it's now wedged in there in a pre-configured way, so I can actually do stuff with it. And I have no idea what just chimed at me. What was that? Disconnected. Oh no. Hmm. Yep. Can we recover? Can we recover? Are we back? All right, we are back. So, let me just check to make sure everything is working here. Okay, looks like stream is back. Let's try this again. Checking everything out. Yeah, that bitrate really tanked. Unstable. Yep. So fun thing with my internet, it has been lasting for 25 hours. So it goes out for a couple of minutes, an hour later each day. So tomorrow, probably 9:15, it'll go out then too. So yeah, not too pleased about that, you know. So Gonna have to give them a call. It's probably because the yeah, it stinks. It's probably because the modem's, you know, a few years old and running 24 hours a day, right? So who knows? Who knows? But we should be able to continue on just fine now. Hopefully the few folk who were watching just tuned in. Hopefully they find their way back here. All right. Tunes are going. Stream's going. Ew, we're dropping some frames. Let me check my settings again. Stream output. Yeah. Yeah, we might just not have the greatest of internet today, so we'll work with what we got here. If not, I will see you again on Thursday. Maybe, depending on how motivated I am, maybe instead of playing a retro game, we'll do more of this. So I really want to get the blend shapes fixed up and scooched on over. And my coffee mug. I want to get that added into the model. I could do that right now. But it can be a pain in... Well, actually, just doing a prop wouldn't be too bad. But importing all the blend shapes and reattaching them all is kind of a headache. Because I'm using the lovely NVIDIA... what do they call it? NVIDIA Broadcast hooked up to... or through my webcam. Let me move some windows around so I can see myself pointing. So... through my webcam, it's coming through, and NVIDIA Broadcast is processing that. If I was a IRL, you know, face streamer with a real human face, not a robot-y face, I could do cool things like really easy background removal because great tools pumping through the GPU doing that. But what it is doing, turn the lights on a little bit better so it tracks better. So what it is doing is it's taking my facial mocap data, running it through my GPU and iFacial mocap, which is something that normally you feed your iPhone data into iFacial mocap, and then that's reads all the blend shapes and translates it to the next piece of software, like Live 2D or VCFace. Any of the newer ones too, and newer software. So what I've got here is a whole bunch of tracking that you can't even see. It's kind of funny. Here, I'll put the scary face on the screen. This is not a IRL jump scare. This is the, I think it's a 3D mesh that it was trained on. So if I open my mouth, move my eyebrows up and down, blink, wink, wink, wink. I can do the face to, the side to side face thing. Here, let's camera. Here we go. Me and my evil twin here. Blink. Eyebrows up, eyebrows down. Eyebrows up, eyebrows down. Yeah, so I have a lot of it hooked up. Yeah, let's get this scary thing off the face. Off the face. Get my face off my face. So I do have a lot of the, a few of the blend shapes hooked up to give more expressiveness. I need to tweak them a bit. The mouth side to side isn't super. It isn't super duper responsive. You know, just below it. And the mouth open and closed. Yeah, I need to tweak the settings. Although, the eyebrows, on point. I can do them independently, but it doesn't always track it up. especially when I'm looking at the wrong monitor to see how my face looks like. So we go like, yeah, it doesn't always get it right. There, camera one helps a little better. I do have it set up nicely now, so I have camera 1, camera 2, hello, and camera 3 for when I'm on the other side of the screen. I need to set up the button so it scoots me over to the other side of the screen automatically. That'd be nice. Boom, boom. So this is for when I'm on this side of the screen, and this is for when I'm on this side of the screen. It's the little things. The little things that bring you joy. All right, hand check. Another fun thing. I stole this from Boom. When muted, I can know if I'm muted, and so can you. Besides not hearing me. Oop. And I was still talking, even though I was staring right where it said muted. Yeah, tick, tick, tick. So, but yeah, knowing when you're muted with a visual could reach way up here to where the mic is. In fact, my tracking can't even, oh, there it is, right there. Reach up to my mic and hit the muted button, then I would know, except I probably, because it's slightly out of view, I probably wouldn't even see it. So, while I'm in here, I did put in the title that it'd be about blend shapes, and I keep putting this off because think of it more like you're working all at the same time I'm working. I'm not teaching you anything here. Hold on. Still need to tweak the angle of my leap motion. Funny enough, it works best when it's pointed slightly towards me and it's sitting on the desk. Oop, not that far on the desk. So I need to make just a little bitty holder for it. There, so it's slightly pointing at my nose. And then I think it tracks real nice. Get up here. Oop. There, that works out pretty good. It's a little high right now. Or my head's a little low. We'll worry about that off camera. Okay. There we go. And it's supposed to, when it loses tracking, to put my arms back down, but it doesn't always do that. This is an older leap. It's not one of the new ones which have a nice wide field of view. But I think it does just fine for my purposes here. Nope, until it does that. That's, there we go. I should add, what are you doing? What are you doing, arm? It's probably getting thrown off by my sweatshirt. There we go. Because despite being 80 degrees outside, it is like 62 down here in the office. Nah, too cold. Okay. Mug. That'll be easy enough to add. Add in because we can just take the save file for this lovely fella right here. And that's already set up with all these blend shapes, and I can just export the prop as its own FBX file or whatever, its own file. Toss it into Unity, position it, add it to a blend shape in Unity so I can toggle it on and off. Boom, golden. Theoretically. Fixing the other blend shapes. For instance, I said, hey, eyebrows are great, right? So I misread what the eyebrows do, or what the blend shape, the AR kit blend shapes are called. So this is eyebrow inner up, and there's left. Actually, I think they might be linked. Eyebrow inner up. This is eyebrow down. I thought it was outer down because there's an outer up. See that right there? That's outer up. So outer, I thought it was outer down for some reason, but no, it's actually inside down. So I had to play with the blend shapes a little bit in Unity when I was setting this this fella up. So let's go find our brows, because I believe I even named them. Oh no, I named them down right and down left. For some reason, I thought that was outside down right and outside down left. Where are we? There we are. So there's my eyebrow. I should do something about this tracking, maybe. See, a lot of people have it on their hanging from their neck, like on a little necklace mount kind of thing right here. And that didn't quite work for me. It was great for showing me typing. Then there was just some, I think I couldn't put my hands on my head. Now I want to be able to do that. Okay, so let's, probably slouching too much. That's probably my issue. Okay, so brow down, right, and left. Might as well edit them both at the same time. There we go. And this will be an easy fix, because we're gonna find it over here. Your brow left and brow right. Makes sense, right? So that's down left and down right. That's not correct. The down is supposed to be the middle part, right in here. Which is weird because you think down would just be the opposite of up. Say up, down, right? So I have to think, do I want my... Okay, so here's neutral. Up, down. So down, I have right now, so angry. So I think what I'm actually going to do is do this kind of backwards, and down is going to be up. As funny as that sounds. What do I have? I have upper, because I want down to be angry. But I don't really want the eyebrows to be like down in the middle of my forehead, or in between my eyes. So I got up, surprise, down. Okay, here we go. So upright. Nope, that's inner up. Upright, up, left. Honestly, I think we might just make those instead of being like this, because I thought the shapes would be a little different. Probably should have looked up some stuff. Like this. Oh, Jesus, no. That was scary. Let's try this again. You know what? Let's do this the right way and find the outliner. I should really name my stuff better, huh? Cylinder, there we go, browse. That is that one. Okay. What on earth am I doing wrong here? Oh, really? Show. We're doing it live, folks. Okay. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. You know, I'm gonna chuck this leap motion through the wall. Every time I look over, my hands are doing weird, funny things. All right. We're already having enough fun just trying to find our objects. Have them do what we want them to. There. That's it. Now we want this one to do the same thing. I probably should have had that snap, so it'd be nicer. But we're gonna eyeball it. Okay, let's see, it's right about there. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. That's a good look. I love crisscross eyebrows. They're my favorite. Okay. So what I was trying to do, like a dumbass, is I was showing the result of the blend shape. And I was trying to edit the result of the blend shape, and that's why it wasn't working. Because this is what it looks like with the blend shapes applied. See? Ta-da! Works better if I... Probably if I show you this. There, okay. For instance, on screen, right here, that is going to be inner. See? Ooh. Isn't that neat? Animation. And that was an amazingly easy fix. Okay, now down left and down right. These are just, they're the middle down. I should look up to see what they actually are. Let's pull up on the other screen, blend shape locations. There we go. Let's see, do I have anything fishy on the screen? No. Okay. So, here's for the eyes, left and right. I could just use blink. Well, that's for the eye. I want the eyebrow. Look at all that mouth stuff. That's phrasing. Phrasing, Rusty. Here we go. No mouth stuff tonight. Okay, so here we've got brow down left. The coefficient, the numbers, describing downward movement of the outer portion of the left eyebrow. So you can see where I would get confused, right? The outer portion of the left eyebrow. So I get down left. So I did the downward portion of the eyebrow. But that's not quite how it works out, apparently. I think combining the things works better. So for now, I'm going to leave the down left as is, I think. Basically, I fixed this where it makes them angry trapezoids right here. Angry trapezoids. Whoa, tracking is way off now. Hello. Better? A little better. Okay. So this portion right here. So the portion here where it goes like this, they become angry trapezoids. Yeah, I want it to be more like when it's like this, except the opposite. So it's more like one little stick, one little rectangle, just rotated a different way. Now, one of the things I want to do in the future is possibly, don't know if I want to actually do it this way, is to change the eyes to be controlled by blend shapes. So you got like look right, look left, up, down. Is that all tracking? No. Right now they're controlled by let's see. They're a joint. If you can see right over here, those are Maya's joints. The yellow and orange. And you can see the little sphere right here where my eye is, which is currently slightly off. That's interesting. Slightly off from where the eyeball is. And that is some lovely trickery on my account so that the eye in the display, which on actual Rusty looks like an oscilloscope. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, it's based off an oscilloscope. So it's a little monitor screen here. I wanted the eye to remain within these bounds and still distort a little bit. Now that would be best handled with a blend shape, because then I could just, squish it as it gets closer to the edges. But what this is, if you look over here, it's a squashed sphere, the shape right here. So it's circular from the front, but then it's squashed. So what that does is as it passes to either side, come on, tracking. As it passes, close to the bounds of how far it can go, it appears to be squishing. But what's actually doing is clipping through the back of the monitor. I thought that was pretty smart on my mouth. Now the other eye, that guy. We'll change the, there we go. That's a little bit easier to see. There we go. So, hello. So this eye, the lens, and it's based on a camera lens, is actually, the joint is at the center of the lens. So as it rotates, it's pivoting around. You can see over here. It's fairly subtle, but you can see it move around. Honestly, I would like to crank up the sensitivity on both eyes so I can whip around more, but I haven't had the greatest of luck with that. And the let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna move this darn leap motion back onto the desk. There. It keeps picking up anytime I venture over the keyboard. It flings my arm into the air, if you haven't noticed. So what we have right here, like when I blink, this eye can't blink really yet, but this eye can. See? And that's not a toggle. That's the motion capture, adjusting the blend shapes, which is which eye? This one. Ta-da! Nah, it spins, so it's closing like an aperture. It's subtle here because I blink pretty fast. When I'm zoomed way in, then maybe it's more apparent. that's actually spinning. These are the little things that bring me joy. And wide eyes. Let's see, where's do I have a toggle for that? Where's my angry toggle? Ah, there you go. Say much slower. Oh, and dark mode. Though this isn't handled in my, this is a VC face lighting toggle. I love that for when I'm down in the mines. Okay, so we fixed up a couple blend shapes. I was thinking about adding more. But I don't know. Let's see. We only lost a couple minutes due to the unfortunate power outage. Not power outage. Internet blink. But let's see. Bring this back over here. What else do we have? Eyebrows, cheeks, nose. I need to do more of a deep dive into the ARKit examples so I can see exactly what these look like. I know they're out there. There's like some nice people have made a big reference sheet of like a Vroid face with all the different expressions so you can see exactly what is affected. Because I'm not using a pre-made or Vroid model, I have to assign all these little things individually in Unity. And it's a pain in the butt. I would love to write a script for it, but maybe down the road I'll make a script so it assigns all the blend shapes to all the well, all the blend shapes from Maya, from the file, to all the blend shapes in on the Unity model. This one's the one that makes me sad. Cheek buff. I got it. I've got it assigned. Cheek buff. See, subtle. But it'd be really neat if it kicked in. And it doesn't. I tried figuring it out. See? Let's try. I tried figuring it out. It's like, am I naming things wrong? Do I have a letter capitalized when it should be lowercase? Because it's very picky about that for the ARKit to the blend shapes. Best I can do right now is a toggle. Oop. And even then I have to have the right window. There we go. That's supposed to be a press and hold event, but it is not. I did make sure I put the other toggles on here too. I'm using a touch portal app on an old phone. It's an old Note phone, so it has the slightly bigger screen. So I get all the fun toggles like farmer. Though farmer looks awkward because there's a lot of distance right here. Whereas business suit has the high collar and higher shoulders. I wonder why the farmer's slouching so much. It's almost like he's doing manual labor all the time. I want to get more outfits. Because there are so many to choose from in the Cinti store. And I have a few bundles. There's the space bundle. So I think it'd be awesome to have a space suit or mechanic's uniform when I'm playing a space related game. That was one of the cool things about when I decided, okay, I'm not going to model my own body. I don't want to do that at the moment, at least not for getting started. I do have projects lined up down the road where I will be modeling everything. But I'm easing myself back into this. Doing pretty good so far, I think. But the premium bodies. I just lop off their heads and give them to Rusty. We enjoy them immensely. Because look, they're pretty much all ready to go. And they look awesome. Do I have any other ones in here waiting? Just not hooked up. Let's find out. Okay, there's the business suit. Head, tray, mouth, brows. Those are my blend shapes. That's the head. Do I not have the other... Where's my farmer? Oh, that's the imported model I used as reference, so that's not it. Huh. Where is my farmer man? I must have him hidden in here somewhere. I should probably look into that before I export him again. Hope I didn't delete him by accident. I have to add them all back in. You didn't see that. No. Nothing suspicious. Oops, I'm hitting all the toggles here. No, nothing suspicious at all. You, everything is okay. I'll say it in a more convincing voice. Everything is okay. Nothing to see here. Carry on. How are you? There. More playing with toggles, because toggles are fun. Oh. All right, let's take care of that. Let's take care of that coffee mug. I think we can just Boolean this. What else was on the agenda for today? Blend shapes and props. Well, this is definitely a props. Okay, we are going to Boolean this together. Combine? Yeah, maybe we should just combine it. Let's see what happens. Merge. No. 2 polygonal objects. I've got 3. Boolean it is. Bum. Must have exactly 2 well, jeez. 1, 2. Oh, that power outage must be affecting my memory. I've already got them. 1 object, 2 object, became 3 object. Yeah. Imagine power outages affecting your memory. Okay. We are going to do something fun here, though. Let's see. On a beer stein, let's look up some pictures. Beer stein. It looks like the handle could be anywhere. It could be at the top. It could be the whole length. Let's make it more towards the top. So we're gonna go rename this guy Mug. That way we know we don't need to mess with these 2. Mug. I'm going to duplicate Mug. Mug is now Mug 1. Mug 1. It's called Mug 1 Stein. Doesn't have to be a beer stein. Just saying. Stein is going to become larger. Yep. And yep. You know what? Let's do the base a little bit larger as well. Without breaking everything too much. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Ugh, does that look hideous? That might be kind of hideous. Oh god, that's absolutely hideous. Alright. You know what, we're, maybe we'll just flare out the top a little bit instead. No, it's still pretty bad. We'll just make it larger. Okay, so we have mug, Stein. Let's lower it just a little bit so it's not quite so ridiculous here. It's funny, I'm looking over and I have a pint glass here that I use with my water to pour into my head, as one does. Yeah, definitely need to adjust that height. Let's do that while I have two. While I'm actually thinking about it here. VC face. There you are. Rotation. Oh man, that might actually help. Detection range. Position height. Oh, through my body. Okay. Up here. Nope. Okay, so let's go a little bit more forward. Oh, that's nice. Before I lose tracking. Maybe too far forward. Side of my head. Good, good. How was this one? It's a little bit off, but then again, I personally don't have a giant rectangular head. This one needs to be a little bit further away. I wonder. Close enough. Hello. One of the cooler features, the glowy eyes. And they glow when they're orange too. Though it looks like I need to tweak the orange just a little bit. Shouldn't be showing pale. More settings to adjust when I go back into Unity. There we go. All right. Let's see where we are. Okay, dokie, dokie. Bum 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 bum. Time is 9 o'clock on the dot. Central Time. So the question is, oh, I should probably finish what I'm doing first though. Save. Now we're going to make this a blend shape of the mug, because that is super easy to do. Got the blend shape window over here. Front of the chain, very important. I was messing that up last time. I just call it mug. So now we can hide the stein. And somewhere way over here. Ta-da! Yeah. I mean, I guess I could scale it up a bit too. Mm-hmm. Let's scale it up just a little bit. So one of the nice things about doing it this way, I know it looks way different in Blender. I actually kind of like how it's set up in Blender for attaching blend shapes to objects. There might be hope for me yet. I might switch someday. Figured I'd ease myself back into the whole 3D thing first before switching software, because at least, well, that was loud. At least this I know, for the most part. He says as he selects the wrong objects, but you know. Let's go this way. Do I see a percentage? No. God, that's annoying. Let's go up a little bit. See, I just wanted it in this direction and that direction, so I'm gonna go one square. And that's how precise we are. Looks roughly around, yes. It did not. Spoiler, it was not round. There. There, not as significantly more impressive. I mean, this is for a gag anyways, so I might as well make it obvious. And yep. And coffee. Not so coffee. Coffee. Not so coffee. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save and export this as its own dealy bopper. Export selection. I'll just call it mug. Mug prop. No, I don't have it unwrapped and all that fun stuff. So the question is, do I do this all on screen here? You know, on stream, not on screen. Oh, not sure I want to do that because how entertaining will it be? It'd be more of a co-working, you know, work with me stream as I'm staring intently at the screen, be like, See, you don't even get the joy of seeing my full expressions, my droopy face, just, where's the thing I need? Oh, over there. And then click over there. And then click over there. But we'll see. Maybe that's entertaining enough, even though I'm a vtuber. Ugh, yeah, I'm doing this off screen or off camera. Okay, what else we got? Do 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 do. Okay, so we've got our coffee mug. What else was I gonna do? I was gonna, long time ago, I had started doing my my headphone piece. Should we see if that's anywhere in here? Here's the, oops. There's my head again. I've got the right antenna, which I also want to rig up to actually do something. I don't know if I'll have a link to my eyebrows. But I was thinking a spring bone would be fun, so it's just kind of bobbing there. More like a car antenna in the wind. Okay, where are you? L bracket. No, so it looks like I did not get as far as my earphone. Because if we go to my chatting screen, here's now old Rusty, like even older Rusty, because he looks very different. And I didn't have enough time today to set him up nicely. I have the code tweaked, ready to roll. So now he's not herky jerky, you know, bouncing his head all over the place and straining the poor little servo, especially that one right there. So now he's this is just a photo. Sorry, disclaimer, out of order. Yeah, so he's fully running now. The neck's working, the tilt's working. However, he's clamped to the side of my, or the clamped to my desktop, my physical desk. He's this piece right here is just clamped onto the desk, so he can't go anywhere. So he can be within USB range of my main PC. So what I have to do is, you know, PC we're on right now. So what I have to do is take the code and the Unity project. Just put them on a drive. Install them over on Rusty's PC, which is on the floor over there. Boot that back up. Re-import things. And importantly, test it out. Test it out. Sometimes I forget to enable certain options. But yes, test them out and in slow-mo. And then he's ready to go again. He's going to be ready today, but I didn't have enough time this weekend or today to get him set up properly. So close, chat. So close. It'll be exciting to have him back again. It's been like, gosh, what, 3 months? 3 months. It's been quite a while. Yeah. Quite a while since he has joined us on stream. I think it was maybe a Dungeon of the Endless was the last time I had him operational. 84 years, yes, the Titanic reference. I do have, I'm pretty sure. Did I put that in chat? 84 years. Aw. I thought I put that in as a Streamlabs command. Sorry, not Streamlabs, Stream Elements. I need to make that a redeem, though, as soon as I can start having redeems. So it pops up stuff on the screen. So those are fun. Those are fun. Pop up the little Titanic clip. It's been 84 years. Especially when I'm running retro games. Okay. So, since I've got y'all here as a captive audience yet tonight, top, front, where's my side? Let's switch this one over to side. we are going to... Oh, yes, where I was this whole time. There's a headphone, half a headphone sitting there on this side. I want it. I'm thinking about making a toggle because I really like the silhouette without it. You know, I just have the antenna on this side, and then kind of boxy on this side. So I kind of like the silhouette, but we'll see. Maybe I'll like it more with the big headphone can on that side. And because I don't think I'm going to add the dangly telephone style cord. I don't think I'm going to add that in to the low poly model at least. Someday when I have my super high def model, I'll add it everything in. It'll be more high def than real. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the headphone can and probably a little boom. Oh, I can't make the hand motions with these clammy hands, but a little boom mic. So that when I want to sound like tech support, I can go like this. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And then I put a filter on there too. But then little tech support mic will pop up. I still don't know if I'm going to add that little mic boom to the Rusty Actual, old man Rusty here, but maybe. But for now, let's see about making this piece. Oh, and I just looked up the commands for this. I can't remember the command for putting it on the surface. Oh well, we'll do it the janky way for tonight. Okay, snap to snap to point. Put him way up here. And that is too round. You can't have it be that round. Let's see, let's do radius 5 maybe? Very close, very close. Actually, I don't think I want them as big as the exterior. I would want them as big as the interior. There we go. I'm looking at actual Rusty here for clarification. Right here. There, see? Oh, and okay, I'll tell y'all in a second here. That is funny. First, too many subdivisions. Too few subdivisions? Well, let's see how it looks. See, now the cool thing about having an actual yes, I don't have a reference sheet to go off of. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants for this whole project. I have sketches. I have lots of thumbnails about how I want them to look. But one of the slow parts is I don't have a detailed reference sheet or breakdown of how he will be finalized, how he should look. So everything is pretty much a work in progress as I go. Which is not the way to, not the efficient way to do things here. That's when your director or your manager gets mad at you that things are not progressing how they should be. Okay, so see, now it looks too small. So currently it matches the inside ring here, as you can see from the side view. That's a little tiny. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go, and it matches nicely too to the to these angles. Slightly off kilter, but that's fine too. I'd say off center, but it is perfectly centered with the other side. As is Rusty Actual. Let's see. Really? Yeah, I believe so. I'll tell you he is, and you can't say he isn't, because he's right there. Okay, simple stereo headphone, mono in this case, but simple headset. Squishy piece, hard piece, bracket. Broken bracket, mind you. Subdivisions cap 0. Well, we'll do those later. Yeah. Oh, gross. What did I have selected? I was not in face mode. Go a little bit here. Let's see. So we got the spongy part. We're just gonna take it in just a little bit. Which one is that? Is that offset? It is offset. Though I wonder if being so low poly model, I don't need to worry about that part. Oops. Just add a bevel on this later. But maybe we'll stick with the theme here. I reserve the right to scrap this later. I almost think it needs to be a lot bigger. Like, big honking earpiece. This almost looks too small. It's probably accurate to a real world size, but it just looks really small on his head. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, so now we're going to add in the cube. Where are you? The cube that is going to be the the top piece. Where are you? Where are you, cube? There's where snapping works real nice. Let's see, okay. I'm gonna make you slightly different than reality here. Slightly different than reality. In reality, it's a nice rounded shape. Let's see, chatting. Nope, can't quite see it, but it follows the shape of the earpiece. So here, we're gonna change it a little bit. Oh, and there's a much nicer way to do this than I'm going to do it. Again, I reserve the right to change it later. There is a wonderful way to have it just follow the curve. I have it saved in a YouTube video playlist for doing 3D stuff, but let's see if I can find it here. This might be it. Okay. Oops, together. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this guy. Maybe not that far. Yeah, he's not quite that big. Okay. Just want him so he doesn't interfere with the back flap here, the feeder tray. I'll try and make him look a little bit more broken. A little more broken later. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is see if I can do this off the top of my head. Take that guy and that guy. Come on, that guy. We'll see if we can bridge this. I believe it is this one. Should we do like 4 segments? No? That didn't do it? What was it? Split face. Well, that's not it at all. Jeez. It's probably this one. But bridge doesn't work on multiple objects. Combine them first. What does bridge do in Maya? Okay, yeah, that's that looks like what I want to do. Okay, they're now one object. I mean, it bridged it. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Let's see. This is where I fall in love with Maya. Okay. See how easy that was? Once, you know, I Googled it, of course. Oh, you can twist it too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... I like it, but I don't, and that's on me. Honestly, for the low poly look, I might just go right there. I don't like how this top one looks. But that's on me because that's how I rotated it. I'll zoom out. Ugh. Maybe if I control it the same way I'm gonna have this guy, so it like rotates, flops around a little bit. Maybe that'll be okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm too happy with how he's looking at the moment. There. That's a little better. That's a little better. Okay, now we need the mic boom, which I can do the same way. Oh my gosh, that makes it so much easier. So how does mic boom work? Let's see. Aviator headset. Oh, okay. Well, I've got the top part wrong. This one's pretty stylish. I like this one. Let's see, $350. Oof. Let's see, let's click. Nope, don't want to click that. I just want the images so I can show everyone. Nope, it did it again. Why isn't it popping it open on the side? There we go. Okay, let's see. Open image in new tab. There we go, folks. Now, I'm not going for an aviator headset, of course, but it comes out the bottom. Where do I have my actual... Oh, hey, look. I could have just looked at my my ye old gaming headset. That, yeah, it comes out the bottom. Duh. There we go. Okay. So let's toss another cylinder on there. Really gotta look up that shortcut. That is painful to not know that shortcut for placing an object on an object. I know you all enjoy watching me struggle, so you know, or learn. You enjoy watching me learn, so you won't tell me outright. I respect that. I guess. Let's see. Nope, it is not subdivisions W. Close enough. Oop, this needs to be a little bit further over since I'm sitting right here. Before I export this one, I'll make sure I combine it nicely and set the pivots and all that fun stuff. There we go. Actually, I kind of do want it separated, don't I? Maybe I'll alter it so it's like, well, like my gaming headset down hanging at the bottom of the desk there, or those aviator headsets where it's not at the end of the can, but holding the top of it. You know, so holding it from here to here, so that they can flex nicely, like, you know, reality. We'll go for something. We'll call it old school or some, you know, some cop out like that. It's my own design. Okay, let's turn snap. Put you right there. And then we are going to... Do we want to bother with a cylinder? Probably. Probably. You. No, no, no. Negative 90, 30, 90. There. Oops, that is the wrong way. And I can't math, so 30 is apparently not the right number. It's going to be 22 and a half. All right, here we go. We'll just sink it in there for now. We can boolean it later. And unfortunately, I put the subdivisions on the cap again. Aha. Oops, not that way. Point 1 offset 1. Oh. There we go. We are going to make this, we're just going to extrude this out. Maybe make it square. There. So this is going to hook up with a cube that we're going to create right now. Let's see, where do we want the mic boom? Probably right about there. I don't really want to block the face unless I do. Let's see. Maybe down a little bit. If I want to get really fancy, I can make it so that it adjusts the size later too. We're going to scale this guy way the heck down. And let's see if I made the other one too small. This one, oops, nope. Combine him with him. Should we give this one a little rotation maybe? Make it exciting. There. Polygons, so exciting. Okay, we are going to combine them again. And now we're going to do the same trick we did last time and see what happens. It's kind of fun. I haven't played with this tool before. Oh, that is a lot smaller. That guy right there is a lot smaller. This might not turn out quite how I want, but let's see how it looks. Bridge. Yeah, linear. That is a straight line right through his skull. Oh, that's cool. I wonder when they introduce this tool, because this is amazing. Like, that... Man. Okay, so... How I would have done this way back... Yeah, it's definitely... Well, even put a nice little swoop in there. I can tilt my head to the side, you know, instead of just tumbling the viewport. This would be great for horns. Oh, this would be amazing for making horns. So how I would have done this back in the day... So I would have made a NURBS line of a curve. So we made a curve from earpiece. Well, actually, I would have made the shape like I did. The end shape, which is the cube right there. Would have made those two shapes. Then I would have made a curve between the two of them in 3D space here because, you know, one's is higher than the mouth. So I made that curved, and then, let's see, do you loft or extrude from one to the other along the curve? Now, you can do that here, too. You can still do that, and it'll give you more power. So I wonder if this curve type, and this box right here, if you just attach it to a curve, then you can manipulate it. See, by using a curve, you could manipulate it, do all sorts of things. You could have it coil up, you could have it do, you know, take all sorts of shapes. But this bridge tool, just bam, it's done. Now, it's not quite how I want, but that's my fault. I'm gonna tweak this this little square over here. I'm gonna tweak this before I do it again, so it doesn't taper quite so much. Although... Banana. I have made Banana. Oh my gosh. I should really screenshot that. That is hilarious. Bam. Did that do it? No? Why does my screenshot tool not work? Bam. Okay, good. that is just too beautiful. I have made banana. I'll have to clip that later. So I don't quite want make banana, but I don't know. A taper of 1 is pretty nice. 5 divisions. It would of course look nicer with, you know, way subdivided. Not sure what the green is. I am not sure what that is at all. Learn with me, chat. Okay, see, this is actually more appropriate for like super low poly, but the 5 just looks... I think it'll catch the shadows really nice. You know what? You know what? I might just leave it like that. I don't know about this one. No. Twist? Nice, nice. So that was taper. Oh well, we'll go with this for now. Yeah, that turned out way nicer than I thought it would. Where is my scale tool? That is odd. Where's the yellow scale tool? I mean, I guess I could just go like this. Stop being lazy. I don't think I want to... Never mind. We are going to put a cylinder on the end of that. Yeah. As always, it drops to the floor, you know, where we can't use it at all. Turn on some snapping. Snapping is funny sometimes. Okay, let's try that again. Get it close enough, and then we'll just go at it manually. Right about there. Way too many subdivisions. We'll go with 8 again or 6. Maybe we'll do 6 this time. Radius. Bigger. And height 4. 6. And we'll just put a slight little roll on there, maybe. That way it catches the light a little bit. Okay. How are we doing for time? Ooh, it is time for us to wrap up. All right. Looking good, looking good. You know, I am actually quite happy with that. Let's go back to this mode. Oh, it's not quite centered on there nicely. There. Doesn't have to match up exactly. This track always reminds me of Cyberpunk. The Cyberpunk anime anyways. There we go. Little imaginary bevel on there just for kicks. Okay, let's pop open our shade. Oh, let's save. Oh my gosh. I haven't saved in quite some time. I got excited. New tools. Okay, let's see. Rendering. Where's my hypershade? Lambert 1. Is that the one? Yep, that's the one. Okay. Where is gray? Is anyone gray? The old mouth. Okay. You are going to be gray for now. Oh, gray is lighter. Gross. I will have to fix that later. There. That looks better. I'll fix it up and assign the correct shaders like we have for the eyes. I'm actually digging that. That looks that looks pretty cool. I'll have to tweak the rotation on this a little bit. It's not great right there, so I think I'll do that right now while it's fresh in my memory. Move the pivot around. Come on. Put that pivot right there. And now it'll rotate based on the center of the headphone. The headphone can at least. See? There. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Give that nice little sweep. So now it kind of mirrors the other side. Right there. Bam. Oh, back further. Oh, I adjust my tracking and now it doesn't quite, there we go. Doesn't quite line up. I can imagine it. Squish my head. Okay. Now we're gonna save. Probably off stream. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, off stream. I'm going to go ahead and assign, edit the UVs, which for this, super simple. I cheat. I select the polygons, go in the UV editor, and just drag them to where I want them to be based on what color is in the pixel cell. If I want to be extra lazy, which I don't, I just assign them each their own shader. Don't know how efficient that is. down the road. But there's a nice atlas. Atlas? Yeah. For the how the all the Cinti models are set up. Like my lovely business suit here. So I just use that. It works out pretty good. And then everything is uniform. It's using the same shader, so the texturing is all the same. And it all looks good. The eyes and the special effects are different. So that way I can get the emissive textures. And because I'm not bundling this up to go out for a video game or collaborating with a team, I can be sloppy. I mean, look above my head here. P cube 1, P cube 2, P cube 3, cylinder, cylinder, cylinder. Messy. And we'll fix that later. And group and Boolean and all the things we're supposed to. But for now, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. I have a headset now. In fact, we are going to... Oh, no, that's not quite what we want to hide. I want to screenshot this without the... There we go. Oh, come on. Just get rid of the joints altogether. Show joints. There we go. There we go. Business. That screenshot it? So hard to tell sometimes. There we go. That screenshotted it. And we're going to bring our joints back in, because otherwise next time I'm going to be really scratching my head. X-ray joints. There we go. And save. And we're going to call it a night. All right, folks. Put it this way for the thumbnail. All right. Well, gang, I don't think I'm going to rate anybody. I'm just going to call it here. Catch y'all next time.